To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.
So my dear children, in the earlier chapter, we discussed several questions in the natural resources lesson part. Over there, we discussed the questions in your textbook and also some extra questions and MCQ questions related to the lesson part. Now we are discussing about several essay type questions, right? So first of all, you are given with a certain question over here. Now here you don't need to write down the answers, but what you have to do is, if the answer is correct, you need to put a tick. If it is wrong, then you have to put a cross. Right, let's see. Number 1. Sri Lanka is the only country export high quality blue sapphire. That is correct, absolutely correct. Right, Sri Lanka is the only country that export the quality blue sapphire. Okay. Next one. Star sapphire is named as the national gem of Sri Lanka. No, star sapphire is not the national gem, it's the blue sapphire, right? Next one. Graphite is a mineral available in Sri Lanka. Correct, no problem. Graphite is a mineral that is available in Sri Lanka. Next one. Ega wood is used as a beauty cultural substance. Incorrect. Ega wood is not used as a beauty cultural substance, but it is used to obtain different kinds of chemicals, right? To make perfume and all the other stuff. However, it is not being used as a beauty cultural substance. Okay. Next one. Gem industry in Sri Lanka started recently. Incorrect. Gem industry in Sri Lanka has a not like it started recently, but it has a very huge history, like 2500 years. Okay. Next one. More than 70 types of gems are found in Sri Lanka. Correct. More than 70 types of gems are found in Sri Lanka. That is totally correct. Next one. Gems are separated by the density difference of matter. That is also correct, right? That is why we can sift, right? That is, we can use the sifting and we can separate the gems from other materials, because gems have high density. So we can compare the densities, and then by comparing the density, we can remove the gems from the materials. Okay. Next question. Sonority is a special feature in gems. Incorrect, right? It's not a metal, no. Usually metallic substances are the ones which has a good sonority. So therefore, we won't be able to observe such a feature in gems, right? Sonority means giving out a ringing sound when struck on an object. Next one. Painting is not a good method to protect timber. Incorrect. It is a good method to protect timber. Next one. Ranavara drink has medicinal effects. It is correct, my dear children. Even though Ranavara is being used as a beverage or else as a drink, however, Ranavara carries some amount of medicinal effects too. So it is correct, right? Next one. There are about 5,300 minerals identified in the world. That is correct. There are about 5,300 minerals which have been identified in the world, right? Next one. Rukkatana is used to make carved marks. So that is also correct, right? Because of the lightweightness of the Rukkatana, it is being used to make masks. So it is correct, my dear children. Right. So let's see once again the sentences. Sri Lanka is the only country export high quality blue sapphire. Correct. Star sapphire is named as the national gem of Sri Lanka. Incorrect. Graphite is a mineral available in Sri Lanka. Correct. Ega wood is used as a beauty cultural substance. Incorrect. Gem industry in Sri Lanka has started recently. Incorrect. It has a good history. More than 70 types of gems are found in Sri Lanka. Correct. Gems are separated by the density difference of the matter. That is also correct. Sonority is a feature in gems. Incorrect. Painting is not a good method to protect timber. Incorrect. Ranavara drink has medicinal effects. That is also correct. There are about 5,300 minerals identified in the world. Correct. Rokatana is used to make masks. That is also correct. So these are the answers for the second question, my dear children. Now let's head on to see the next type of question, the third one. So here you need to write down the correct answer, right? So first question, define what are called as natural resources. Natural resources. So natural resources are the things which are naturally occurring, right, and that are beneficial for organisms, right? So we can write the answer. Naturally occurring beneficial things to organisms. Right? Naturally occurring beneficial things to organisms can be defined as natural resources. Next one, mention 5 natural resources in our planet Earth. 5 natural resources. Minerals, and rocks, right? Then plants, water, then atmospheric air, then metals. All of these things are natural resources in our planet Earth, my dear children. Okay, so minerals and rocks, then plants, water, atmospheric air, and different kinds of metals. Okay, natural resources. Right, so let's go for the question number 3 then. Write 5 uses of water which helps in maintaining life of the organisms. Which helps to maintain the life. Okay, so you have to write down the instances where water is helpful for the biological activities of organisms. Right, number 1, transportation of substances in body. Then as an excretory substance. It is acting as an excretory substance in the body, right? Then number 3, helps to digest food. Right, help to digest food. Then number 4, as a living medium. For aquatic organisms. Right, as a living medium for aquatic organisms. Then number 5, as a good solvent. for substances in the body. Like medicine, right? Medicinal items and all the others, those things are getting dissolved within the watery medium, which is blood in our body, and getting transported here and there. Okay, so transportation of substances in the body, water is helpful. Then as an excretory substance, water is being used in the body. Then it helps to digest food, my dear children, and as a living medium for aquatic organisms, and as a good solvent for the substances in the body, right? So these are 5 instances where water is helpful in maintaining the life of organisms, right? Next one, write 3 sustainable practices of using water. Sustainable practices. Number 1, collecting rainwater. Then minimizing wastage. Minimizing water wastage. Then using clay pots to water the plants. To water the plants, right, in agricultural lands. So collecting rainwater, minimizing water wastage, using clay pots to water the plants in agricultural lands. Okay, so these are 3 practices, 3 sustainable practices of using water, my dear children. Okay, then question number 5. Mention the advantage of given component in a tank. The advantage of these components. Number 1 given, Bisot-Couture. It helps to minimize the pressure, right, of the water which is going to overflow, or which is when water is drawn out from the tank, right? It minimizes the pressure of water, right? So to minimize the pressure of water, when drawing out from the tank. When water is drawing out from the tank, it helps to minimize the pressure of water. Okay. Next one, Ralapanava. Ralapanava is helpful to avoid the soil erosion or the erosion of tank bund, right? So avoids the erosion of, right, tank bund. It avoids the erosion of tank bund. Next one, head wall. It is the area act as the water catchment area. Right, so area which act as the water catchment area. Then the tank bund. It is the structure which helps to keep the tank in a steady position, or else it is the infrastructure of the tank, right? It is the it is the infrastructure of the tank that holds water. Right? So my dear children, it is the infrastructure of the tank that holds water. Right. So Bisoko tour help to minimize the pressure of water when drawing out from the tank. Then Ralapanava avoids the erosion of tank bund. Then head wall area which act as the water catchment area. Then it is then tank bund. It is the infrastructure of the tank that holds the water. Right. Okay. Question number 6. Mention 5 main types of useful minerals found in Sri Lanka. 5 main types of useful minerals. So, apatite, graphite, ilmenite, feldspar, right? Apatite, graphite, ilmenite, feldspar, then mica. So these are several minerals that found in Sri Lanka, my dear children. Okay. Right. Next one. Mention the main difference between a rock and a mineral. Main difference between a rock and a mineral. Very simple. A rock is made by collection of components while a mineral has only one component. Right. Right, my dear children. So this is the answer. See, a rock is made by a collection of components, so it is a collection of minerals. But however, mineral has only one component. That's the main difference between a rock and a mineral. Okay. Right then. Question number 8. Mention the use of given minerals. Right. The use of given minerals. So you have to write down the use in here. Graphite. You know that graphite is used to make electrodes, right? Electrodes. Used to make electrodes. Ilmenite. Ilmenite is used, my dear children, in making paints. Okay, in making different paints, ilmenite is being used because it can be used as a pigment. Then feldspar. In glass industry, we use feldspar, and also in ceramic industry too. Next one, apatite. Apatite is used in making apatite is being used in making manure. or else fertilizer. Right. So these are the uses of several minerals given in here. Graphite to make electrodes, then ilmenite in making paints, feldspar in ceramic and glass industry, then apatite in making manure fertilizer. Right. Okay, my dear children. Then question number 9. Write the main features of a gem. Main features of a gem. Number 1, resistant to wear off. Next one, number 2, hardness. Actually, because of hardness, we can observe the above resistant to wear off thing. Then number 3, attractive color. Right. So these are the features of a gem: resistant to wear off, then hardness and attractive color. Question number 10. What is the main method used to extract gems from gem mines? Very simple, my dear children, sifting, right? Sifting. Sifting is the main method. Okay, sifting. Right, then we'll head on to see the question number 11. Explain the meaning of refractive index. So what is the refractive index? When a certain light ray is passing from one particular transparent medium to another, light ray is getting bended. So this bending is given, or this bending count or the bending ability is given out by the refractive index of a certain material. Okay, so we can write the answer. When passing light rays from one transparent when passing light rays from one transparent medium to another, rays are bent, right? Rays are bent. The bending ability is given by the refractive index. Right. So my dear children, when passing light rays from one transparent medium to another, rays are bent. The bending ability is given by the refractive index. So this is the refractive index. Next one. Gems and diamond are used in pivots in machinery. Explain the reason. Very simple, my dear children. Because they have high hardness, so they are resistant to wear off. Okay. These have, these are very hard. These are very hard. Therefore, these are very hard. Therefore, will not wear off quickly. That is why these things are used in pivots in machinery, okay, because these are very hard and therefore will not wear off quickly. Right, then the next question. What is the reason for having a unique color in gems? Because they are mixed with impurities, and impurities are the ones giving the unique color for the gems, right? So we can write the answer. Impure substances in the gem helps to give the attractive look. Or the color. Right, so impure substances in the gem helps to give the attractive color. Next one. Mention the natural material which has the highest refractive index. Write a use of it as well. So, the natural material which has the highest refractive index, diamond, right? Around 2.4, diamond. So, use of diamond used in pivots of machinery. Right? So, diamond is the material, this is the use. Used in pivots in machinery, my dear children. Okay? Right. So, question number 15. Mention a special feature in given gems. Alexandrite. So, it gives one certain color in natural light and another different color in the artificial light. That's the special feature of alexandrite. So, we can write the answer. Gives a color in natural light or else we can write in simple, gives two different colors in natural and artificial lights respectively. Gives two different colors in natural and artificial light separately. Okay, so it gives two different colors in natural and artificial light separately. Okay, right, then cat's eye shows a shape of a or pattern, shows a pattern of eye of a cat when polished. So it shows a pattern of eye of a cat when polished. Then star sapphire shows a pattern of a star with 6 lines, shows a pattern of a star with 6 lines when polished. So speciality of these given gems, right? Number 1 gives 2 different colors in natural and artificial lights separately. Okay, alexandrite. Then next one, cat's eye. It shows a pattern of eye of a cat when polished, right? It is giving out a shape of an eye of a cat, right? Or else pattern of an eye of a cat when it is polished. Then star sapphire shows a pattern of a star with 6 lines when polished. Right, then question number 16, my dear children. Mention 5 problems associated with gem industry. 5 problems in the gem industry. Right, number 1. River banks will collapse. Right, next one. Number 2, spread of diseases. Example, dengue. Number 3, agriculture. I'll mention as, okay, we'll give it as an example. Agriculture will get declined. Example, paddy agriculture, right? So agriculture will mention as reduced rather than decline. Because you know that most of the gem mines are associated with paddy fields. Okay, so therefore paddy agriculture will get affected or it will get reduced. Right. Next one, number 4. Soil erosion due to irregular mining. Then number 5, social problems. Example, divisions between, so social problems, example, divisions between workers and owners. Right. So other than that, decline in the educational status of youngsters, right? Because they will engage in gem industry. So those things are social problems. Okay, right. So my dear children, these are several issues or problems that may arise due to gem mining. So river banks will collapse, spread of diseases like dengue, then agriculture will get reduced, example paddy agriculture, then soil erosion due to irregular mining, then social problems like divisions between workers and owners because of the amount of money that they receive. Okay, right. Then the question number 17. Mention 5 material benefits provided to man by plants. 5 material benefits. Okay, that means we should have to get a certain material. Then can write number 1, provide food. Example, fruits, yam, seeds, etc. Okay. Number 2, provide oxygen for respiration. Right? Oxygen is a material. So we can get this answer. Provide oxygen for respiration. Number 3, provide certain fuel. Example, firewood. Right? Firewood. Next one, provide timber and wood. Then number 5, provide medicinal materials. Right? Provide medicinal materials. Okay. So these are 5 material benefits which can obtain from plants. Okay. So provide food like fruits, yams, seeds, etc. Then provide oxygen for respiration, provide certain fuels like firewood, provide timber and wood, then provide medicinal materials. Okay, right. Then the question number 18. Mention non-material, 5 non-material benefits provided to man by plants. Non-material benefits. Right. Number 1, provide shelter. Provide shelter. Number 2, purify atmospheric air. As it absorbs carbon dioxide gas. Okay, purify atmospheric air. Then number 3, helps to purify water. Right? Well, I'll mention as groundwater. Right? So it helps to purify groundwater. Then my dear children, number 4, remember these answers should not include any material, my dear children. Non-material users means like they are not giving any material, but however giving out a certain advantage or else a benefit. Remember, So if you write down a certain material thing which is given out by the plants, then it would be incorrect, right? Remember that. Then, my dear children, the other thing, it helps to improve the status of springs. So it helps to improve the status of springs. That means, my dear children, when you take a certain spring, if there is good plant cover, then it will increase the amount of water contained within the spring, right? Okay. So by that way, what will happen? The quality of the springs or the status of the springs will get improved, right? Next one. Acting as wind barriers in hill country area. So that will also give out a certain help or a benefit for the man, because their villagers and human settlements will not get destroyed because of heavy winds, right? As the good forest cover or plants will act as wind barriers, right? So therefore, these human settlements in hill country will get protected. So let's see what are the benefits. It provides shelter, right? Purify atmospheric air, then helps to purify groundwater, then helps to improve the status of springs, then acting as wind barriers in hill country area. Right. Then the next one, question number 19th. So mention 2 specific plants which can be used for given categories. 2 specific plants, okay? So you have to write down 2 plants. Drinks, tea and coffee, right? I'll mention as Ranavara. That's good, no? Fuel. So as fuel, we can use coconut, then sometimes rubber as well. Actually, each and every plant material or wood we usually use as firewood, so there is no problem. Next one, for scenic beauty, rose, right? Rose. Then jasmine. Next one, for medicine. For medicine, aralu. Nelli. Next one, chemicals, egawood. Then, other than egawood, we use pinus, right? Pinus, or else eucalyptus. That is also good. We'll mention as, because usually pinus is being used to get fibers, and also to get essential oils also we use pinus, but however eucalyptus is good. Eucalyptus. Then raw materials for cloth, banana. Then jute. Next one, to manufacture paper, pinus and paddy. Then supply spices, curry leaves. Cloves. Beauty cultural substances. Sandalwood. Then turmeric. Right. So drinks, tea and ranavara. Fuel, coconut and rubber. Scenic beauty, rose and jasmine. For medicine, aralu and nelli. For chemicals, agarwood and eucalyptus. Then raw materials for cloth, banana and jute. Then paper, pinus and paddy. Spices, curry leaves and cloves. Then beauty cultural substances, sandalwood and turmeric. Okay. Question number 20 then. Mention 5 examples where plants help to keep the balance in our biosphere. 5 examples where plants help to keep the balance in our atmosphere or in our biosphere, right? It helps to keep the balance, right? Number 1. Maintain water cycle. Then number 2, it helps to maintain carbon cycle. Then my dear children, also it maintains right, or else helps to maintain nitrogen cycle as well. Nitrogen cycle, right, helps to maintain the nitrogen cycle. Then number 4, reduce global warming. Right, reduce global warming. Then number 5, helps to maintain balance between right, helps to maintain balance between, it helps to maintain the balance between carbon dioxide gas and oxygen gas in the atmosphere. So 5 places where plants are helpful to keep the balance in our biosphere. Number 1, to maintain the water cycle. Number 2, to maintain the carbon cycle. Number 3, it is helpful to maintain the nitrogen cycle as well. Then number 4, reduces the global warming. Then number 5, it helps to maintain the balance between carbon dioxide gas and oxygen gas in atmosphere, right? Okay then, question number 21. Mention 3 special characteristics of timber. Hard, then unique color, pattern, then resistant to or else I'll mention as electrical insulator. Right, electrical insulator. So it is hard, unique color and pattern, and also electrical insulator. Some special characteristics of timber. Next one. Mention 3 examples for valuable timber types in Sri Lanka. Ebony, satinwood, right? Then kumbuk. Ebony, satinwood and kumbuk. These are several somewhat luxurious wood types or timber that available in Sri Lanka. Right, then the question number 23. Mention a specific use of given types of timber. Use, okay? Jack, to make doors. Horror, to make, right, horror, to make underwater structures. It's because it is long lasting in water, right? Rukattana, to make masks. Tumba, to make masks. Parmara, to make structure of Rabana. Right? Okay, so these are several specific uses of the given timber types. Jack, to make doors. Horror, to make underwater structures. Then Rukkattana, to make masks. Then Domba, to make masks. Then Parama, to make structure of Rabana. Right, question number 24. Mention 3 methods which timber could decay. 3 methods. Number 1, due to action of microorganisms. Right, due to action of microorganisms. Number 2, due to action of water, sunlight and air. Right, due to action of water, sunlight and air also it could decay. Then number 3, due to action of macroorganisms. Example, weevils. Right? So due to action of microorganisms, due to action of macroorganisms like weevils, and due to action of water, sunlight and air also, right, timber could decay easily, my dear children. Okay, right, next question then. Right, question number 25 then. Mention 3 methods of preventing decaying of timber. 3 methods to preventing the decaying of timber, right? Number 1. Right, number 1, painting. Painting. By painting, we can avoid the contact of moisture with the surface. Then number 2, applying chemicals. Applying chemicals. Number 3, seasoning. Right, seasoning. So painting, applying chemicals and seasoning can be done to prevent decaying of timber. Okay, right, then the next question, question number 26. Write 5 examples for sustainable use of natural resources. Sustainable use of natural resources. Okay, right, number 1, minimizing water wastage. Minimizing water wastage. Number 2, using gem mines in legal manner. That means, my dear children, we have to avoid the irregular mining. Okay, using gem mines in legal manner. Number 3, avoiding irregular mining. Avoiding irregular mining. Irregular mining means it applies to every, right? Every means graphite mining, then each and every mining, my dear children, gems, graphite and so on. Okay, so we have to avoid the irregular mining, right? Next one, number 4, minimizing the cutting down of trees, or else we can write it like this: minimizing right, minimizing deforestation. Right, minimizing deforestation. Then number 5, using resources economically. Right? Okay. So minimizing water wastage, right, is a good sustainable practice, my dear children. Okay. That means by minimizing the water wastage, right, we can increase the sustainable use of natural resources. Then using gem mines in legal manner, avoiding irregular mining, right? Then minimizing deforestation, then using resources economically, right? So these are several sustainable uses of natural resources, right? So avoiding irregular mining. Then number 4, minimizing deforestation, right? Okay, so minimizing deforestation, then using resources economically. So these are, my dear children, some examples for the sustainable use of natural resources. So my dear children, we have came to the end of our lesson, right? The natural resources. So we have discussed several natural resources, their properties, their special characteristics, like when you take plants, gems and all the other stuff. We discuss about several characteristics, several special features of these things. And finally, we discussed how to use these things sustainably, right? And how to minimize the wastage, my dear children. So I hope that you guys got a good knowledge about the natural resources lesson part, right? So like in the previous lessons, finally we have discussed several questions after discussing the theoretical parts. So we discussed several extra questions and we discussed several questions given in your textbook as well. So I hope that you guys got a good knowledge about the natural resources. Okay, so with that one, I'm going to finish up the chapter, my dear children. Okay, right. So we'll meet up within I'm hoping to meet you guys with a new lesson part or new lesson. But however, my dear children, you guys know that our syllabus has got ended with this lesson part. So I hope you guys have got a good knowledge about the lessons and about the science syllabus that we have studied within this whole year, right? So my dear children, go ahead with the lessons, right? These videos are available for you guys in the whole time. You guys can refer these things at any time you want. So go ahead with the lessons and the exercises and the activities given for you guys, and I hope that you guys will replenish your knowledge and you guys will educate well to be a good person in the society, right? So goodbye, my dear children, right? And I hope that you guys carry out with your educational works well.
To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.